Hello, viewers. This is wolfwire Studios here with another devlog, and I welcome you all back to the channel. It's been a while, I know, but I was busy in creating these assets, as you can see. So I finished the main annex building. I textured it properly here, as you can see. I added some details into the final mesh. I made every proper attachment that I had to make this. Like as you can see, these windows, they have their own frame, and this window, it has its own frame. As you can see, this door frame, these patterns, this type of door where one is steel and one is glass, this type of door where totally it is steel, this type of standard door where it is again steel. So yeah, I was creating all of that. Also, I was creating this extension for building D and this extension for building C. This will be the medical room, and this will be, I don't know what this will be. This is just an extra room, so yeah, don't just hung up on it. This is building B, the sleeping quarters and stuff, and this is building A. It will have the kitchen and cafeteria. And for that, I have this. Will you just go up? Yeah, thank you. As you can see, this is let Lumen work. Yeah, as you can see, Lumen works slowly at times. So this is the kitchen area. This is the countertop. It is made up of marble. As you can see, it is shiny and reflective. And this wall, it is made up of, I guess, I don't know, plastic fibers. I don't know. It is made up of a material. And behind this will be the kitchen stuff, the stove and all. And as you can see, this reflection looks pretty, right? It does. Never mind. So this is what I have done in terms of assets. And yeah, it took me a lot of time to properly model them. I'll just attach a screenshot of Blender, or maybe a clip of Blender, or maybe a clip of Substance Painter showing you guys the project. And it took me some time, but yeah, here I am. Along with that, what I have done recently is, where's the blueprint? Just a second. Yeah. So as you can see, I have several blueprints here. These are child blueprints, and this is the master blueprint. So let me quickly open it up. I have conveniently named it BP underscore doors because, well, that's what they are. I have a box collision and a door mesh here, static mesh. And this is the master blueprint. So I'll have all the code here, and the child blueprints will derive from it. Simple as that. So I'll just quickly explain it to you guys. It's nothing new. You can just find a tutorial on how to make a door. And again, heads up, this is not the perfect solution. My code is totally imperfect. I'll have to improvise it at some point in the future, but it's okay. Even right now, I feel it has a lot of bugs, but it's okay. I mean, it works. It's a really basic thing, the basic opening and closing, so I'm good with that. So at begin play, we save the old rotation of this static mesh. And then what we are doing is on collision, we are checking that does our player has this tag. What tag? Well, you can literally just go to class defaults and search for tag and give your character a tag, which is easy to identify, and it will save you from casting. And as I have been mentioning, don't always cast. I mean, avoid it if you can. Use interface, use other variables, but just try to avoid casting. It's not prohibited, it's just performance intensive. So we have actor has tag, which is true. If it is true, we will save a reference, we will check its validity, and after that, we are calling these two functions. And as you can see, they have labeled from bp underscore int underscore jack, basically this interface. And this of course goes without saying, this doors blueprint is implementing that interface, so it's easy for them to find it out. So what happens is whenever you call any interface function, it is triggered universally. Okay. So if you have a function, let's say it is a message or it is a function, it is triggered universally whenever you call it. So what's happening right now, as you can see, this function is taking an input as an item, and it is this e underscore interacting items enum, which is this. This is an enum, and it has two strings right now. Sorry, three. One is none, empty. Second is doors, and three is cars, because I hope cars will be drivable in this game. I'll try to do it, guys, don't worry. So yeah, I'm setting it up as doors. So what happens is this enum variable will be set as doors, and this get door reference, we are just obtaining the reference of this actor, whatever that actor is. Doesn't matter which door it is, but it has to be a door, and we are just passing that value. So this is self, which is passing the value. And of course, the jack reference is necessary because that's the owner of the interface. And after that, we'll go quickly back to the character. What we are doing is we are just calling this event. And since we are calling this event, but it was already called by this overlapping event before, as you can see. So this item variable already has doors value in it. So this doors will be set to this. And after that, this interact key, in my case, it is F. It will be run, and it will run a switch on that enum. If it is doors, we will use a boolean. It is a dummy boolean, and we will set it false if it is true, and true it is false. This boolean will tell us the state of door. Okay, if this boolean is true, that means the door is or was open. If it is false, that means it was or is closed. And then we are calling this interact with doors. Again, it was made in the interface, and we are calling this function, and we are also calling this function get door reference. And since, again, like I mentioned, this was called here first, this self is passed on to this door actor variable, and this value has the respective door actor in it. And this value will be passed here. If it is valid, then we will run this function door open close along with this boolean. And this function, as you can see, is present in this blueprint. What will it do is it will check that, first of all, is the player really colliding? Even that is the player currently colliding with the box? If it is, then we will check that particular boolean. If it is true, then you want to play this animation from start. If it is false, then you want to play this animation in reverse. Simple. And what is this animation? It is this, a timeline going from 0, value 0 time 0 to value 1 time 1.5 seconds. You can of course adjust it according to you. And what we are doing is we are at begin play saving the value, old value, right? But on this timeline, we are updating the new value, conveniently named new variable. We are saving it. We are giving the x and y as it is. We are just adjusting the z because, well, doors rotate on z axis. It's not a surprise. So, and we are using this float variable as the alpha in the lerb node. And the addition is this. You can adjust these values. I chose 87 because I feel 87 is good. And this is the multiplier in or out. You can set it to -1 or you can set it to +1. That is all you have to set here. 87 is the amount of degrees that is opening. And yeah, that's all. This all value is then sent to this new one, and it sets the world rotation of the mesh. And yeah, the door will open. After that, when you have completed the overlap and you're not overlapping anymore, we are just setting the enum, this, as you can see, the same function, we are setting it to none. We are dereferencing the actor, the character, the player, and we are setting that function door closed. Why? What will happen is if we will call this function set door closed, okay, it will send this here in our blueprint here, set door closed. Okay. So whenever you will call this function with this false variable, it will call itself here in our character, and it will set that variable as false and return it. Simple. That's all. So that is what is happening. Okay. It is a loop of open and close and Boolean switching. And I guess that is enough talking. Let's just quickly demo it. And yeah, lastly, these are the materials that I made them. Simple. In Substance Painter, you can easily export them using the Unreal Engine custom, what do we call it? Setting, I guess, the template. So you can use that, and you'll have three textures: the base color, normal, and organometallic. Occlusion, roughness, and metallic. So you'll have to place them respectively. And this is the static mesh, as you can see. I created collisions for them, and I enabled Nanite for them because we need that. If you want, I can just quickly show you Nanite. Yeah, so here is Nanite in action. Simple. Let's just quickly play it, and let's just go here first in building A. If I go, I mean, I guess it has to be this way. Yeah. So if I go this close to the door, I'll have a prompt on the left side of my screen, top left, and it will say the name of the blueprint, that is BP underscore Jack. As you can see, it says the name BP underscore Jack. And if I'll move away, it will say end overlap, overlap end. Again, BP underscore Jack. So if I'll press F now, it will open the door and it says true and doors are open. Simple. I can do the same for this door. I just need to move close. But if I'll move close to this one will say overlap end. So let's just quickly move overlap end and BP underscore Jack. So I'll just press F. It's not doing anything. Something is wrong. As you can see, overlap end. So yeah, it is kind of buggy. Okay. Yeah, it needs to reset every time. That is the flaw. I'll try to make it, in a better way, an efficient way. This is the ceramic countertop, as you can see. Simple. Let's just try opening this door. Yeah, let's just try opening this door. If I can. Yeah, I can. Let's just try opening these two doors. I cannot see anything. Yeah, much, much better. And as you can see, this one is opening outside, this one is opening inside. Why? Because the in and out values are -1 and 1, if I'm not wrong. So it depends upon the axis you are picking up. You can switch them so that they open in the same direction. And that's all. That's pretty much it. I created all of these textures by myself. I created all of these models by myself. Yeah, that's all, guys. I hope you guys like it. That's all I have to show. Let me just quickly show you guys the medical room as well of building C. This is the medical room. It has tiles, as you can see very well. It has tiles, and these type of tiles. Yeah, that's all. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's all I've done. Now, next I have to make up the consulate right over there, as you can see. This part, yeah, this part. I need to make this consulate, and I will do it. Simple. I'll make the consulate buildings. I'll complete the annex extras, just like walls and extra rooms and all. And I'll create the consulate building, texture it, and after that I'll have to add lights because Lumen won't work just on sunlight. You need extra lights, and for that I'll have to add all of the props, and after that my level design will be complete. So I'm thinking just to go through with this, maybe take a few weeks or so and just complete level design properly, like just have this main Benghazi completed. That's all, guys. If you guys like this video, you can like, subscribe, follow for more on my socials, and check out my art station for my portfolio. And yeah, that's all. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.